So if this doesn't happen this way with Kyrie Irving, let's say the Nets do bend to his will earlier in the week and they give him a max extension. Are we talking about this today? Is Kevin Durant still out at that point?
I don't know, but I do know this. I know before the season started, I know that Kevin Durant was supposed to sign his contract first, which he did, his contract extension. Next was supposed to be James Harden, and following that was supposed to be Kyrie Irving. All three of those guys had committed to signing their contract extensions or told one another they were going to do that, and then all of a sudden, Mr. Kyrie Irving blew it up. Now, I will say this in his defense. I can't help it that the state of New York had that crazy-ass mandate rule. It was ridiculous. It made no sense at all. But it was in place, okay? Mm-hmm. And Kyrie Irving, with his own body, had the right to choose not to get vaccinated. That's where the problem started. And one thing I know about Kevin Durant is that although I would have liked him to ask for a trade during the season or at the trade deadline, that's not who he is. He's a guy that's going to finish things out. And when I say finish things out, he was going to finish that season out regardless on how he felt about the Brooklyn Nets, regardless on how he felt about Kyrie Irving. And look, Freddie, to you, you know I love you, my brother. But here's the thing, right? KD thought he was the one person that could change and get the best out of Kyrie Irving and hold him accountable. KD thought that they actually was real brothers, that they could actually form a team, come together, play together, and make things happen. I mean, he can't help it that Kyrie, flipped the script and he figured out who Kyrie was once he got with him. But I will say this, you are right about this point. My grandma and my grandfather always used to say, a stripe on the zebra never changed.
Amen. Amen. And sometimes there's certain stripes that you can't be around. And you can't be the person to say to change that person because Kyrie has to change Kyrie. It can't be about anybody else. Maybe this is a soul-searching thing for Kyrie Irving, the same way that Kevin Durant was able to search his soul and say, I don't mind being friends with this guy, but I don't want to put up with this anymore. I don't know what the likelihood is going to be, but if Kyrie Irving has the same kind of soul-searching maneuver that Kevin Durant was able to find this year, then maybe there's hope for Kyrie to be a better teammate. I'm not banking on it, but I guess I should not be surprised that Kevin Durant said, at a certain point, if I don't want to be a part of something or with somebody, I'm not going to stick around.
And guess what? Guess what? Do y'all see what's happening right now? Do y'all understand what's going on right now for us with the CBA coming up in a few years and what the players has done and how they done pissed the owners off around the NBA? You look at the Ben Simmons situation last year, right? When he quit on the Philadelphia 76ers and forced his way up out of there, and the Philadelphia 76ers and the ownership of the Philadelphia 76ers stood firm and held their ground and did the things that they did and how they handled the situation. Do you know the Philadelphia 76ers had support of other owners around the league? Now all of a sudden you get to this point. We're talking about Kevin Durant, arguably the best basketball player in the world, just requested a trade. The ownership and Sean Marks of the Brooklyn Nets, they're not begging Kevin Durant to stay. They're saying, you know what, we're going to grant you your wish. You know what that goes to show me is that, one, owners are getting sick and tired of how guys are acting once they get top dollar. Two, the CBA, the owners are going to be waiting on the players at the front door. Three, let me give a message to the players out there, right? To all the players out there that's getting their money and getting top dollars, I'm talking about 100 million, 200 million plus. I want you to get all the money that you can. But I also want you to go out there and fulfill your obligations and make sure you do what you need to do for the generation that's coming up behind you. Just like Kobe Bryant did for you, just like Kevin Durant did for you, just like LeBron James still doing to this day, just like a guy like Dwayne Wade. And then you take it a step further, Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, all those guys did their part of showing up to work, being professional, so that they didn't hurt the generation that was coming up under them, so that they could get paid top dollars. I would like to see our guys in today's league Do the same damn thing. Return the favor to the next generation of players that's coming up under you, so they can have an opportunity to make $250 million or $300 million when they get to the NBA.
Yeah, and to that point too, like Perk was talking about, the loyalty that Kevin Durant had, like, as much as we all probably would have liked to have seen him out of the Brooklyn Nets sooner than right now and request a trade mid-season, he followed through. He played all those games without Kyrie Irving last year, had to shoulder a load that led to him being injured and having to miss, double-digit games where they went on a complete tailspin. He did what he had to do. I don't think you can fault him right now for leaving something that is as toxic as what it looks like it is behind the scenes for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a dumpster fire.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.